Hey there, Enzo DiCostanzo, clinical professor of economics and finance, St. Peter's University, Jersey City, New Jersey. I got some requests for some of the problems, so we're going to go back to assignment number 3, problem number 15, which is it's not a hard problem, but it's a long problem. So we're going to spend a little bit of time. It's a review, but you're asking about doing it, so we can certainly work on that. But like I said, if you just look at some of the other videos, we did a lot of this material before, but we'll repeat it, and hopefully that'll help you get stuff done. For the assignments, folks. There's about 3-4 weeks left in the course, and please don't wait. For assignment number 6, there'll be video out. You do the best you can with it. Like I said, I'll help more with that assignment because it's a tougher, the toughest assignment that you've probably had, so far. But like I said, let's get to problem number 15, and we'll pick up from there. Okay, what you guys asked, what you guys asked about is number 15 here, and it's very innocent, right? It says construct box plots, compare the age of the men and women, write a sentence or two summarizing your finding. This data, I forget how much data was here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 25 pieces of data. This data, what we originally spoke about in problem number 1, which I did the evens, I think, out of this section for you guys, because I didn't think they were that difficult. But so it's the same 25 pieces of data here: marketing team, internet music site, and this is ages of variables considered customers' ages. Make a histogram. So yeah, I mean this type of stuff is really important. Let me see if I can quickly find it. I always makes you nervous to go to internet while we're here, but yeah, forgive me if you see your name sort of pop up anywhere, but here we go. It says using new analytics to gain market insight. It says more than 2 million articles from over 150,000 sources crossing the Bloomberg news wires on a daily basis to spot market trends, winners and losers, anomalies, consider readership statistics, another metadata layer of analysis to every news article published and read on the Bloomberg platform. Trump was just talking about a study about what drugs are going to work with the virus and things of that nature. So this is you should be used to this type of thing. Now, again, I'm not saying run off to this seminar, but it says Bloomberg Solutions during COVID-19, whatever. And yeah, this is their excuse me. Pardon me, folks. Pardon me. Yeah, terminal, whatever. That's what. But here, this is it. Find aggregate data on news and social media readership and publication count, insights to extract statistics and spot market anomalies, news sentiment of portfolio securities, and assess whether certain securities move with the market or against it, chart the sentiment of evolution of a single security over time, measure. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do in here. Okay, and it's good that, very analytical and very, critical thinking folks, what are we here to teach you, and how are we going to communicate these points to you, all that type of thing. Okay, but that's what we're doing here. Okay, that's what we're doing. So like I said, I'm always hesitant to jump on this too often. But that's where the data came from here. Okay, so and now that data was expanded beyond just the ages of people logging onto a music website. And again, you have to realize this book was written about 10 years ago. Folks, see, in your lifetime, you're just very used to sort of the way life is now is sort of what you remember, because you really, when you're 3, 4, 5, do you really remember everything that happened when you were 5 years old or 2 years old? Do you really remember September 11th? You'll probably not. That type of thing, because you're really young for that. But how people used to get music, this was a big deal 20 years ago. now you have YouTube, and you hear musical guys describe it as the Wild West, and that's really true, in the sense that it's it's not like it was now. You just go to YouTube and type in Rod Stewart, and you'll get his concert from Argentina in 2008 or whatever it might be. It was a big deal that Metallica was like the big heavy metal rock and roll act that sort of fought this and said, hey, we need to be compensated. Prince, a little more popular music, Prince and those guys, a little fought and said, hey, I want this is my intellectual property. I want compensation. I'm not just writing and creating this music for free. But so much of what's out there you can get on YouTube, and it seems, I think what happens is if the artist complains about it, they have to take, YouTube's got Google and YouTube got to take it down. But if the artist, and it's a double-edged thing. I don't know if you're aware, but the Super Bowl performers, I asked this question in class. How many of you? I asked the number. What you guys thought? Jennifer Lopez and all these different people, what they made for performing at Super Bowl, and I got all sorts of numbers. $500,000, $1 million, and I think it's zero. And I said, well, why do you? I said to the class, why do you guys think it's zero? And I didn't get any answers that were the accurate answer, but the answer that it is that you're getting exposure to you're getting global exposure to your product, your music, your shows coming. And if you notice, a lot of those acts, like when Bruce Springsteen did the Super Bowl and Tom Petty played the Super Bowl, they were touring, so it was free advertisement, and not just free advertisement that are on stage, but free advertisement that are on television. When Bruce Springsteen plays the Newark Arena or plays, it's not on TV. It can be, but the Rolling Stones do that every so often. They'll do like 1 or 2 shows that are sort of pay-per-view. But the whole way, the entertainment, the whole way that we get information, the whole way is changed dramatically. So studying. So okay, after that big long sermon, studying this, male, female, who are you? And I hate to talk like this, but who are these companies targeting? And believe me, perfume, airline travel, food, it's all targeted to someone, or it's a certain age. What you would say to a 75-year-old person may not be the same thing that you would say to somebody who's 25, in terms of getting them to do something or to buy your product type thing. So that's why this stuff is important. So anyway, very innocently here, but again, as usual, I took it to the extreme, as I usually do. So let's see what happened here. So yeah, let's see, 2630. How do we do these? Yeah, you got to be careful with all of this. These are sorted too. So yeah, so this is these numbers are not. See, here's how I did it, and I'm gonna transfer to this. I'm gonna post this when we're done with this. I took all the female, all the male ages, and just sort of typed them out. So here, we could do, even though it might be slightly on the monotonous side, but I'm just going to do it just to show you the thinking and show you sort of what how I sort of did things. Yeah, see, there's some data here for something. Yeah. Here, let's get a little bit of space for us. We're going to make 2 columns of numbers here, and I probably should have had this sort of worked out already. But here, I'm just trying to show you guys sort of how to how you would work with this. As best you can. Okay, so here we go. So again, it's when you have a screen, when you buy your computers, have a nice big screen so you can do all this. We're going to go across. We're going to, from here, and we're just going to go across. So what are we doing? We're doing 20. I'm sure this is somewhere where you could just put, if for only 20 pieces of data, you can just sort of type them in. 20, 32, 34, 29, 30. Okay, and this, my caps lock in, male, female, female, male, male. Okay, just that. And actually, what we can do with this, just to keep sanity there, and check 20. Hey, folks, we're enhancing your discipline. That's what we're doing here. Your focus. You know, you got to be focused. You got to be focused, and you got to try stuff. And you know, I'll tell you, the culture. I hate to talk like this, but the culture of today, you know, especially you guys going to school, and you know, it's sort of made fun of. Oh, if you're smart or whatever, you know, it's something to sort of kid you about, and it's really terrible to be blunt about it, because you know, you got to make money. You know, you got to make money, and 38 is next. So 38, 22, 44, 48, 26. You got to make money, right? So, you know, 26 female, 44 is a female, 38 is a female, and this is 22. Okay, all that. That was 26, 25, and again, I'm you know, we're just eyeballing these. 22, 32. You know, when you really work, you know, having data sets, you're most likely not going to be entering data. But you know, we're just, for this particular problem, we're just going to work this. Okay, and so we're delineating, you know, who and what and all these types of things. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of that. That was 25, 25, 22, 32, 35, 42, 44, 44, and 48. Okay. This is female, female. These are all female, I think. Oops. Okay. Yes. All, the last bunch from 32 on. So yeah, there's all your data. Okay. There's your initial set of data. So like I said, I pulled, and again, box plots, summary, and that's, you want to, what does it say? You want to analyze, you know, what's going on. That's really what it's asking you to do. Okay. Let's just give these a quick count. 25. Okay. Yeah, there's 25 of these things. And you see, the data is always a little bit a notch bigger font than when you start counting things. Okay, that's how your data, you know, how we have the data here. Now, what you need to do, or the first thing you want to do, you want to sort from male to female. So what you'll do is you'll take all of this. It should sort the left column and just take the ones on the right with them, type of a thing. And actually, what I'm going to do. Just to check our data as we're doing. So I'm going to put these here again. And what I'll do is I'll sort this one left to right. So it says sort and just go, you know, A to Z, something like that. Yeah. See how it took all the females, put them together, you know, all the males, put all the males. I just sorted it. I just highlighted it. I'll do that again for you guys. I'm just going to sort up here and then A to Z. Okay, that's it. So now I've broken those apart. Okay. And then what you want to do, or what you can do, is you want to just sort of chop this sort of here. Okay. Yes, you have 10 and 15. There's 25 of them. You want to sort what's in here now. Okay, let's sort this, and this is just that column. Just the current selection. See, 26, 30. See, it's matching mine here up to 48. A couple 48s, and then we'll sort these again. I apologize for that noise. Okay, 11, 14, 30, 29, a couple 30s. Yeah. 29s, 22, 25. Yes, I'm just checking them against my versions here. Okay, so yeah, 15, yeah, 15 and 10. So yeah, see what you do? Okay, so we went from just typing in 25 pieces of data And very quickly, we have all the women together, sorted all the men together, and the blame. I'm explaining it as I go, but really, it takes just a very short amount of time to do all that. Okay, so you have your data, and again, very innocently here, construct the box plots, and then give an explanation, which we'll give you guys, and we're going to go through all the median, the mean, and see this is broken up with female. And you guys have this template. And folks, I'm just going to be very, when I was in NJT, believe me, no one was giving us templates. Okay, you're really on your own. It was good, but like I said, I know you guys. It's a little bit of a different time, but you want to just keep that in mind that not very long ago, and folks, it wasn't eons ago that I went to school. It was relatively in Queens College. I just went to Queens College, and believe me, they weren't handing much out to anybody. You sunk or swam. That's just sort of what was happening. All right, so just keep that in mind. So, so we paste now. Obviously, we did a lot of sort of, there's a lot of stuff here, and what we're going to discuss, very quickly, why we're doing what we're doing. But I dropped in the customers' ages. Okay, this is all the female stuff here, so we're just going to drop those in, paste just the values, and then clear. Whoops, then alt, clear. Whoops. Clear out the shading, everything that was a female, and then we this is just the numbers, and again, it's all sort of pre-formatted already, in a sense. So it's all sort of there for you. You have 7 and 7, right? You have 7 here, and then you have 7 here, which are there. Okay. So you can see you took those 15 pieces of data and very quickly. Now, again, in the mind's eye, now again, I'm giving you how I would find medians and all this other stuff. And I think I may have had this worked out here. Yeah, we have it worked out in terms of the Excel functions for median and minimum and the quartiles and all these other kinds of things. But I think it's better that you're able to do it too, not just relying on a statistics program or technology. Don't just rely on that. I want to sharpen your critical thinking, your analytical abilities, because that's the world, folks. That's the world. So, and again, this is all sort of set up for you. You have the data there, and that's a big step in all this. And we'll look at the female analysis of this. The female data. I'm just clearing out some of the spots here. All right, let's just go to median, just sort of immediately, and see how we're going to do this. So this is going to be equal median parenthesis, it's all capitals now. You're just going to take that data. It doesn't have to be sorted. And it's telling you 35. I don't know why that's bolded, but it's telling you 35. It doesn't have to be bolded. So, yeah, 35. Okay, that's the median. We can do mean next. And I used, look, there's you could type in arithmetic or now also, the data coordinates 15 to 29. Is that accurate? Let's see. 15 there. Yeah. Now it says EX, but it's really FB. Okay, but the same rows though. FB. Yeah. 1529. Okay, so yes, you have all that. Again, always make this as big as you need to make it. Okay. And here what we'll do is you can just copy the coordinates, and then you can come here, equal sum parentheses, bang, divided by count parentheses, bang. Again, I apologize. I don't know why those are all coming out bold, but they shouldn't be. That was the mean. Oh shoot, they are. Pardon me. Yeah, these. Yeah, it was pre-formatted. Yeah, those. I was looking down here. Yeah, folks, I apologize. The median here. Yeah, this was this. We should have it. This is there we go. 35. Yeah. Now the median here, you eyeballed it. You find the middle number. Well, if there's 15 pieces of data, the middle one is 35. There's your median. Your median is just 35 right there. That's how we got it. Okay, the median was 35. You can beat that. You could bold too if you want. Okay. See how we're creating this? The range. We're gonna hit the range next. You could do. I think there's a range function that says range, but you can also say maximum minus minimum type stuff. So equals max parenthesis, drop the numbers in, equals min parenthesis, drop the numbers in. See how I did that? And this is maximum. Those are the functions. Yeah, 26 and 48, which are right there. And then with the range, you can just subtract. Well, I think there's a function that says range, but you know you can do either way. Okay. Count. You want to count these things. Left out the T. Yeah. Don't misspell the stuff. Okay. Then you go to the 4 quarters. Okay. 3 3¾ and that just keeps it in your mind what your quarter should look like. You have 15 pieces of data. If it was 16, you could just say 4, 4, and 4, but you can't say that because you only have 15. So, you know, you have to work out where Q1 is and Q3. So this is Q2. Okay, this, and you can see from what's highlighted here. There's 3 numbers in between Q2 and Q1. There's 3 numbers in between Q2 and Q3, and there's 3 more on the edges. So you've broken it up into your 4 quarters, is what we've done. So this is just from inspection. That was 32, right? And this was 44. This is just simply from inspection. Now, you know, when the software does it, and this is the same. These the minimums and the maximum. These are just the same that you had before. Right, that's just the same stuff you had before. 26 to the 48. And now with the quartile work, it's using percentile. So you'll say equals. This is just to check what you're doing. Parenthesis, and then oops, you're looking at the 25% piece of this. Yeah, it gave us that one, but don't count on this happening like that, because see here it's working for us here, but sometimes they can the algorithm can be slightly different than what you might expect to use. So just keep that in mind. That could be a little bit different. Okay. So, you know, that's what that's if you did it using Excel. But even that, you know, and I know Excel has like a statistics package, which I don't even know how to use it because I never use it. Okay, but you know, because I can do everything myself. You know, that's the point. You know, that's why we do what we do here, is that you're you know, to make you prepare to do this analysis. And you can see we're barely a quarter of the way done. This is just checking, you know, and 50% between Q1 and Q3. And here is how to do all the box plot, which we'll do next. And actually, I want to see where my analysis is. Yeah, the analysis is only about 3 lines. It's about 3 sentences or 2 sentences, whatever. It's a small thing. It's not a long analysis of sort of what happened, but we'll get to that in a bit. But you can see the graphics are there, and we'll do it again. How to make all those graphics. You should be able to make graphs at this point. I mean, folks, you know, most of you have been working. 75% of you have been working with since August of 2019. So if you're struggling to make graphs, if you're struggling to read the chapter, it's like, you know, what have you been doing? I mean, I love you all, but what have you been doing, you know, to get this stuff done? You've got to, you know, you can't be, oh, it's April 24th and now we're panicking somehow. You can't work like that. You got to be very smooth in how you work. Folks, and again, you're all younger, so you're still working on sort of dealing with that. I want you to be that way. I think it's a much better thing for you that you're just smoother as you work. Now, this was for the female data set. There's a male, piece to this too that we're going to get. Actually, I'm just going to drop the numbers in here. So these are here. So copy. We're going to be 2 lines past this, and then we'll do paste just the values. Okay, and it should be, those should be your numbers. Okay, I think we got that. Right, just to denote that they're male, and then there's 10 of them, so you can just do this. Right. Any way you want to hit it, but yeah, you're here. All HB values. Okay, like I said, you can later clear this thing up like that. 1 to 10. And you can see I've already boxed it up a little bit already to say, now here you have an even number. So you have to find the median, you have to find the average of these two. This is Q1, this is Q3, right in the middle type thing, because you have 2 data points here and 2 data points there. And again, the book might say, okay, well, the median was in between 22 and 25. We'll take that as a data point and then, compute the Q1 and Q2 slightly differently. So like I said, don't get thrown off if there's, now if there's a dramatic difference, you want to ask the questions of what's going on, but not, the differences that we're seeing aren't that dramatic. So, don't be worried about it in that, because it's statistics, okay? So, it's there's a, I'm just clearing up this, you guys know this, all this gray stuff that's just to remind me that I gotta put stuff in there. So that's the male part of this. And okay, and we're gonna get to all these pieces here, but just since we're talking about it, and just since we've sort of worked this out already, the next set of this is FB 32 to 41. Yeah, not EX. This is FB. Yeah. Okay. And then what you can do, there's your 23. So that's the female part of it. The male part's 23 and a half. And yeah, these were the maximums. I don't know why I should have done it again. This is minimum 32, 41. Okay. This is for the male part of things. But again, we've worked this previously. All right, I'm just adjusting as I'm going here. All right, there's your minimums, your maximums, 30 and 11, and all that. Okay. And actually, what you can do, again, we're just using the numbers here. All right, we're just using these numbers. Like that, right? Having Excel tell us all that, but we're gonna hit this here next. So, with the median now, again, with the male version of this, because you have an even number. So this is, why do I have odd here? Yeah, why is that? Why does it say odd? Oh, wow. Okay, good. It's good. We found something that was sort of off here a bit. It's even. It's not odd. Okay. And the data set is here. Yeah. So how dare I? Right? And this is N, yeah, which is right there, and that's odd. Okay. Yeah. Good. No, it's like I said, so Mulaney, thanks for asking me to look into this. So we sort of fixed up. We need to fix up here. See, here's what I did. I'm sure I just copy and pasted like that, and just there's your data set. Okay, 10 even. Okay, so there you go. Very important to keep 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 what you're doing clear in your mind as to what you're doing here. So okay, so we had all those pieces. The quarter thing, I can just pick this off from here, copy the 4 quarters, because the orientation will be the same. This is 10 over 2, 10 over 4. Okay. The range, copy. The range is just max and min subtractions. Yeah, we did those. Okay. The mean, what's the mean? The mean are these numbers. Okay, there's your mean, 23.2. This was just the 32 and 41, right? Just divided by themselves. The sum divided by the count. The median, this equals the average of what? These two middle numbers. Right, so it's 19, and I'll go back to that for a second. I'm sorry, 23 and a half. No, what am I doing? Yeah, 23 and a half. Yeah, it's the average of these 22 and 25. It's the number of two, even though it's not really a data point. But again, it's the mathematician and the computer scientist who wrote the software saying, hey, when I went to school, we did it like this, and just sort of, I wouldn't call it mistakes, but there's people who feel that's how to do it, as opposed to making the argument to do it some other way. So yeah, so that's what the mean. So again, as opposed to just picking off a data point, when you have an even number like this, you're just going to get the average of the two middle points. Okay. The Q1 is just simply by inspection. Q1 is here, is the 20. Q3 is here, is the 29. Okay. Yeah, 29. Yeah. Okay. So we worked on both. Again, I waffled in between both of these. So let's go back and let's start dealing with variances. And again, it's good that you get some experience with this. I gave you the formula sort of up top here, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem with this. What you're going to do is you're going to take the data point, you're going to subtract it from the mean for female, which is down here. You're going to anchor this thing. Just the row, I think, would be okay. All right, and then you can take the whole story and Control D the whole way down, and just put your box back that you lost. Okay, 10.4. This is the deviation from the mean. Some of them are below, some of them are above. Okay, and then the wisdom of mathematics said, okay, let's square them to get rid of the signage of everything. Okay, so Control D, like that. Underline this thing, and you go like this, Alt HHN. Okay, I think this is just, we just added these up. This is just the summation of the sums here. Sum. All right, 71.6. Okay. And then you pick the same math here. Now that was female, but you want that to be male, so it's got to be row 78, I think, right? Let's row 78 here. which is right there. Control D. And again, just put your borders back. As you lose them, you put them back a little bit as you go. And let's, do we get this right? That's those mean. Yeah, the mean is there for the male. Let's see, do we have the male one right? Unless we have another error here. Ooh, what on? How did that happen? Yeah, we use the female. Folks, it's good you made me sort of pull this out like this. Yeah, we did a female one. So you know what had happened? I think what happened was the I don't think we had the answers to this stuff. So it's good. It's good. We're sort of reviewing this. So yeah, I'm sure I did this late at night and all that. So yeah, that changed everything. So anyway, okay, because see, the answers in the book, they don't even give you these graphics. I put the problems on steroids. You know, I go way past. But it's like it's good. We sort of somewhat good. I'm glad you asked me to look into this. So we had this right. So there we go. Right, 6A. Yeah. Okay, it's the male mean, not the female mean. Okay, then you take this, copy, Control D, all right, border. And this is right there. Bang. And underline. Boom. Okay. But so yes, it's like I said, you, me, you know, all of us. You know, it's you know, this is a lot of stuff, a lot of computation, and it's good. We check what we do, myself included. And you guys have heard me say the story, you know, many times, you know, over the years, that I was the only guy doing the I was the only guy really with the technical skills in the office, and um, I was the only guy with the economic skill in the office, and I really had no one to check my work except me. And I'm sure you guys have heard me playing a very tiny violin, telling you that story often when I worked in private equity in the 2000s. So, okay. Oh, so you have all the stuff here. Okay, got the pieces to this. Okay, so yeah, we're at the same point with both of these now. Yeah, we're at the same point with both of these now. So let's just sort of go back to the female version of this. Deal with the variance, right? You take the summation, you divide by n-1. Do that math, so equals, what's the summation of this thing? Here, divided by parenthesis n-1. All right, you have that thing equals SQRT right there, which is all that. And then you're going to do Q3 minus Q2, and this equals parenthesis 3 divided by 2 times that range. 12, 18, all that stuff. So, yeah, so with the lower, you're going to take the Q1, you're going to subtract. Now, this, how you do this, you could take the IQR, three halves the IQR, you know, 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it. You know, you could do a lot of different sort of variations with this. And this is the Q3 plus. So you're trying to set the fences as to what you think an outlier is going to be. The best thing that I would recommend is to not try to just eyeball it graphically, but to use what I just showed you here. So for the female numbers, if you're below 14 or over 62, you're an outlier. Well, nothing's below 14, and none of the things, you know, 48 is less than 62, 26 is bigger than 14. So I have no outliers for the female data set. That's how I would look at that. Okay, but like I said, this can be altered just based on your experience. And folks, you know, statistics is a lot like art. You know, there's a lot of variation. It's not just one way or no way. I mean, there's people who think that way, but I'm not one of the people who thinks that way. But it's not just a one way or no way situation. Okay. Now we're going to do the variance again. Here, copy This is the male version of this. So what is this? This is the 409, the summation there, and dividing it by 10, and that should be 45. Yeah, 0.15, and then pull this thing down. Copy deviation 6.75. Okay, and then you have these two. Copy, bang. The 9 and 13.5. It's even. And then you do the fences, which are there, right? 6 and then 4.2, 6.5. Yeah. And again, with the male, you know, is there anything lower than 6.5? No. Is there anything above 42? No. Okay, the 30 is below 42, and this is 11, which is higher than 6.5. Okay, so you have no outliers in either set of data based on this 3/2 IQR that we have here. Okay. Okay, that's, yeah, I mean that's the analysis here. Okay, now I gotta make the graphs, and I'll do it end to end, show you guys how to make the graphs. And the algorithm is here, how to make these graphs. It says highlight the entire table. Okay, see? Then you're going to insert lines with markers. Okay. Get this out of the way. Okay. And actually here, this will be more space. And then you want to pick, do switch row, yeah, switch row and column, fine, do that. Then you pick the first layout with the title and at least a little bit of axis label there. Okay. And then you go to each point, and actually what you can do, just to make this a little bit, you want to make the minimum here, instead of having it be automatic, let the minimum be 10. It gives you a little more room to work, so you have all of a sudden these things sort of spread out a bit. It gave you a little bit more space. You can do 20 or something. But so you're going to right-click here, format the data series, where it says line color. I don't know what, but just, you know, whatever this is making Excel do, it helps you graph this stuff. I just leave the markers sort of as they are. My color, go on. Line color, go on. Line color, go on. And then line color. No line. Okay. We can even do 60 and 20 with this. Right, the maximum could be 60, and the minimum would be 20. Let's see what this looks like. See, a little bit better. Makes the graph look a little bit better. So half the volume between Q1 and Q3. Q1 and Q3 are here, and the diamond. And what I could do, I don't know. I mean, let's see how this would work. Right-click here, format the option. I want another diamond there. Can I do it another diamond? Maybe. Okay, see how that looks? So now they're both diamonds and they're both the same. You know, you have to just realize which one is which. And the coloring on this, actually this one's a little bit lighter. Let's do blue. I don't know how much that works, but, and then here you can maybe do the cross. Built-in cross. Where's the cross? The cross is there. That's just a cross. And it should be the same. The colors are slight. One's a pink, one's sort of a purple. Again, I don't know how much that helps you, you know, doing it like this. And what are the choices with these things? Options, built in. That's the diamond. Well, you could do it like that. That's the median. Like I said, I'm being creative, just sort of messing around with how this looks. But you guys, like I said, you guys can work on this sort of on your own. Okay, but we're not done though with this. You want to outline, not the fill. You want to outline the box right there. These grid lines. I don't know. What did I do with grid lines? Did I? Yeah, I used grid lines. Okay. Right click grid line. You want to make it thinner. Every time you want to make it thinner. Dotted. Okay. Layout lines, high-low lines, right? And then the drop down, up and down. There it is. Okay. There's your box plot with your outliers. And like I said, I could make these little X's. I can make them into these little, fence posts or something. I can do something like that if we want. Okay. What else did we do here? Yeah. Again, having the appropriate title. Control A. This is internet music site. This is something. Who are these? These are female. And have the second, sort of label a little smaller than the first. And just click on this to make sure what you're doing here. Yeah, these are the female. And again, I'm gonna click here to make sure this is male. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the right, it's the right ones. Okay. These are years. Okay. And put an outline around that. And you put an outline around this thing too. Everything's outlined. Okay. Format the plot area, do a little shadow, do a little bit of fill with this, very light fill. See, we did a couple things with this. Now what you want to do, you're going to move this thing down to the bottom here. Whoops. Okay. So, and then you do another one. That was for the female, and I'll show you how to do the male one in a second. Okay. And actually, there probably should be a little bit of red here or something. I'm not loving how this is looking. So, marker option built in. All right, we did that. Type, marker fill, solid. There's purple. Nah, I don't like that fill. I don't love that. Okay. Yeah. All right, we can leave those. Like I said, you guys can mess with the colors and all that other stuff. Like I said, just make sure what you're dealing with here is what you want. All right, that's the female numbers, which are there, the maximum. And then now again, I did these fences, the minimum, maximum. You could just as easily see where it says maximum. I mean, you can have maximum, minimum, but you can also put the fences in there. Lower fence, upper fence. It can be these numbers too. Can be in there. Okay, so you can change those. Okay, but I just showed you how to do that. Okay, I'll show you how to do the male one, and I'll show you a quick way to do it. You just take this graph, you copy and paste it down here. You click on the maximum, which is here, and you start dragging everything down. Right, the maximum. See, now this is not the best way to do. The best way to do it is to go in here, start changing these coordinates. is really the best way. That became 96. It's all FB, so 96, 96, easy. So this became that. Okay. That was the here. Let me see if I can do it from here. Yeah, FA to FB. This is easy. It's just the row. Okay, it just the row has to be changed. Is really all it is. That's the maximum. So the new minimum should be, everything should be 94. Right. 94. 94. Okay. And what are we looking at here? This is female, so we're 26 to 48. Okay, 26. Okay, now we should be in here. Okay. All right, you're gonna click here. This is median. It's gonna go to 95. These will all be 95s. All right. All right, there's your median. And now we'll hit the quartiles. This is the third one, or should be the third one. And now that should be 97. Okay, and that was the third. This is the first one. That should be 93. So that's really getting in there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So we got to do some changes here. Let's go 40 to 10. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Where I think the maximum, and the maximum third quarter, they sort of run into each other. They're 29 to 30. That's why they're so close to each other. So, it's just one of those things you're going to sort of have to deal with. You could give it more room than that too if you want. Okay, but there you go. And actually, here I'm looking at this. Your template has the analysis here. It says the age of the women are generally higher than the men by about 10 years. Well, let's see. Let's compare the medians. Male 23, female 35. So yeah, about 10 years, right? The median says by about 10 years are older than all of the men. Well, I mean, look, 30. Yeah, what they're saying is that the women, the majority of the women, are older than the oldest man, is what they're saying, and that's true. Okay, that is true, including that, and then a rough symmetric, and no outliers. Yeah, there's no outliers. We did the outlier test, and again, folks, sure, maybe in your you might not be writing it down or whatever, but in your head, you've got to be able to analyze these and understand what's going on. So, Melanie, I understand that you wanted this worked on, so we did it. So there you go. And this took a good 40 minutes, a good 45 minutes, working on something like this. So, but you have everything here that you need. I'm going to post this to Blackboard. Okay. So this, again, folks, this is the same file. I'm just adding to it as we go. Okay. So again, you have to look at the tabs at the bottom. This particular tab is quantitative data. It's not in the template in assignment number 3 template. I didn't just overwrite the template, but it's a part of the class notes. Okay. Excuse me. And then we also, we worked on, here's all the evens that we worked on before. I didn't work on everything, folks, pardon me. Yeah, we worked on a bunch of the evens. So you have some experience. We did 2 and 8, and we did this already. Okay, so you've seen this before. Okay, you've seen this before. Yeah, and even with this, I showed you how to do this, the box plot. Okay, but like I said, you have to spend the time on the rest of this. And, folks, the clock's ticking down. I can't lie to you. Assignment 6 is probably the toughest thing you've ever seen in your life, probably. So, I mean, look, let's get the quantitative data chapter done. Let's get the normal distribution chapter done. If you need more normal distribution chapter problems, I'll work on them probably tomorrow, maybe. Give you a little bit more, back. So if you want to get back to me with some numbers as to what numbers you want worked on for that. But again, we did a lot of those. I felt like we did a lot of those. This is video assignment number 5. Yeah, we did a lot of these for you. I did a good chunk of the even ones. Okay, I thought it felt like I did a bunch of these for you. Yes, yeah, we have little graphics up here still, sort of hanging around. All right, and I think the z-scores we sort of did already, type of thing. So, but yeah, we worked on a bunch of these. Okay, so so please don't sit there and say, oh, well, you're not helping us. I'm doing. I did a lot of these for you. We did 7. Okay, so like I said, you have to sit and you have to learn what the ones I show you how to do, and then apply to the other ones. The worst thing in the world is just running to the assignments and trying to do the assignments without reading the chapter, without watching the videos, and say, oh, well, you're not helping me. I do only, folks, these examples, it's what's supposed to help you. That's college. Okay, that's colleges where the professor, does examples, and then you work the rest of it. Okay, but like I said, so go through the tabs, and you got to be well read in what these tabs contain. Okay, you got to be well read in that. But there, we did 15. We spent a lot of time on it, folks. Like I said, I was like to say goodbye, sort of in person. So just give me a second here to get to you. I know I was popping up in the corner. I didn't realize I was popping up in the corner like before. So there we go. Okay. So anyway, folks, please, take advantage of the next couple weeks here to get this done. Like I said, for the assignment number 6, I'll put more video out on that. But if you still have some questions about assignment number 5 or assignment number 3, or even I see a couple 4s coming in, I see all the emails. I see all the emails that are coming. But like I said, we'll get to those. I don't want to sit down once and I want to do 2 and 3 today, 2 and 3 tomorrow. I'll just sit down for a day and just get through all the emails that you have out there. Okay. All right, folks, please be safe, and just realize, just mentally, and the press may not be telling you, but it's going to be a year like this. So I'm pretty sure we're all going to be back in September, but who knows how long we're still going to be live. So even if you're not with me in the fall, be prepared for online courses and YouTubes and whatever. And if you are with me, because I'm teaching statistics, I'm teaching the Finance 401. In the summer, I'm teaching in the fall, I'm teaching Finance 410. And the summer, I'm teaching Finance 401. So if you need corporate finance this summer, we'll be doing a lot of good stuff, the financial statement analysis and cash flow analysis. So, that course is coming. So please, watch these videos, and myself included. It's April 24th. That course is probably going to start in a month, and I got to get cracked, because I always have to make new material. And there's some external people who want to see some of this stuff. So folks, you're seeing what very important people out in the world are sort of asking about and have an interest in. So you're getting the good stuff. Okay, so please take advantage of everything I'm showing you. And I think what you've seen now is because it's going to be a depression era numbers out there for 6 months or so. It's very scary. The press is going to scare you a lot. So how bad it is. But you should have the confidence that your spirituality and who you are as a person, your ethics, how honest you are, you're hardworking people, that you're going to go out in the world and you're going to be okay based on all those characteristics, and you're not going to have to lie, cheat, and steal to do things. Okay, which is what we're here for. If it's not us teaching you those lessons, who's going to teach those lessons? So please make sure you keep working hard. You have a few more weeks to go. Get assignment 3 and assignment 5. I know it's like 40 problems. I understand that. And assignment number 6 is going to be substantial, and we're going to see. We're going to do the best you can with that, and we'll sort of see what happens with that, okay? All right, folks, I'll talk to you soon.